Legends often forget the small details, but the scrolls of the Crippling Night Demon Sect whisper of a name that refuses to vanish. Chu Feng. In the aftermath of the Misty Peak onslaught, whispers swirl like restless ghosts. Some claim he is dead, others that envy kept him from the spotlight. Now, as the sect prepares to anoint You Tonghan under the gaze of the three protectors, an unexpected voice cuts through the tense silence. Martial God Asura, chapter 9943-944, begins with the impossible. Chu Feng, cloaked in mystery and altered appearance, stepping forward to claim a chance no one thought he would dare. The crowd holds its breath, the formation hums with unseen danger, and a storm of confrontation is about to awaken. In the heart of the Crippling Night Demon Sect's grand assembly, a storm of whispers began to stir. "Why has Chu Feng not appeared?" murmured one. Even You Tonghan, formidable as he is, pales before Chu Feng's legend. The words were like sparks to dry tinder, igniting a frenzy of speculation that swept through the gathered disciples. Old Liu's voice broke through the murmurs, his question a fuse that set tongues ablaze. On such a day of destiny and reckoning, why has Chu Feng not arrived? The crowd leaned in, hungry for answers, each face a mirror of curiosity and doubt. "He's a coward," one voice hissed. "Afraid of death, fearful of the immortal execution archipelago. He's already withdrawn from our affairs to save his own skin." The claim drew gasps of indignation. "You know nothing," a disciple shot back. "I have witnessed Chu Feng's glory firsthand. This is the man who obliterated a sect in the Winter Plains for our brethren, who struck down the immortal experts of the execution archipelago. Do you dare call him fearful?" Another voice rose, carrying the weight of history. "Do you forget the Gale Plains? Chu Feng battled Murong Shun there, rescuing Xianxia and countless others. He even saved the Water King and Fire King themselves. There are witnesses aplenty. Chu Feng, loyal to the Crippling Night Demon Sect, risked his life without hesitation. To say he fled out of fear, that is slander, nothing more. Some envy his power, and perhaps they seek to cast him aside. Yet, caution tempered the crowd's fervor. Silence! The three protectors have chosen their own. That is why others cannot ascend, warned another. But the murmurs refused to die, and the air thrummed with debate. Some whispered that Chu Feng had left the sect. Others feared he had perished when the immortal execution archipelago struck the Misty Peak. Even amid uncertainty, hope lingered. Deep in their hearts, the disciples yearned to witness Chu Feng's might, imagining him advancing far beyond the fifth layer of the formation, unbound and unstoppable. Chu Feng, standing with pride among the onlookers, could not conceal his smug satisfaction. "I never imagined this youth would earn such renown in merely 2 years," he murmured, pride twining with admiration. But then, the commanding voice of Yu Mingdeng cut through the chatter, sharp and unyielding. "Silence!" His face twisted with anger, his words cold as steel. "Do you not understand? Chu Feng's origins are unknown. His heart hides schemes. Everything he has done for the sect, it is but part of a plan. Alive or dead, even if he comes now, he must not be allowed to rise as sect head." He turned to Earth King, his tone a dagger. "Tell them, when you tried imprinting the incomplete moon formation on him, what happened?" Earth King's words trembled, hesitant. His body, it was special. "I could not imprint the formation." Gasps echoed through the assembly. "The formation could not be imprinted?" one whispered, disbelief etched in every syllable. "Yes. The incomplete moon formation is the symbol of our sect. Without it, he is not one of us." Yu Mingdeng continued, his voice slicing through the murmurs like a blade. Perhaps he was never truly a member of the Crippling Night Demon Sect. The crowd absorbed this revelation in stunned silence. The pride they held in the mark of their sect now sharpened against this absent figure. Even those who cherished Chu Feng could feel the weight of this truth pressing upon them. "You think friendship shields you? Old Liu, you know your place." Yu Mingdeng's gaze turned sharp as a sword, warning against dissent. His anger burned bright, yet he held his tongue after brief resistance from his subordinates. He raised his voice, a crescendo of authority. "This formation, laid by Shui Shiwei, Fu Liansheng, and myself, is fair. My disciple, You Tonghan, has ventured farthest within the formation. He is the rightful choice for substitute sect head. Who dares oppose this?" Silence fell, absolute and heavy. Not a single disciple dared to speak. A smug smile crept across You Mingdeng's lips, triumphant in the unchallenged decree. Very well, You Tonghan is to be. But fate has a way of shattering certainty. A sudden, thunderous shout tore through the assembly. The sound struck like lightning, sending the crowd scattering in awe and fear. From that charged silence, a figure emerged. Chu Feng. You Mingdeng's brow furrowed as he studied the newcomer. "Who are you?" he demanded, displeasure lacing every word. Chu Feng had altered his appearance, concealing the identity that once struck fear and admiration alike. Yet the audacity of speaking at this pivotal moment ignited You Mingdeng's ire. A challenge to his authority could not be ignored. Chu Feng's lips curved into a calm, confident smile. "I have heard that the one who advances farthest in the formation may become sect head. I wish to test my strength. Will Lord Protector grant me this chance?" Mockery erupted from the crowd. Who does he think he is? So many have failed, and yet he dares step forward. He will be humiliated. Laughter and scorn danced through the assembly, eager to witness the fall of an overconfident youth. You Mingdeng, however, only smiled. A strange, calculating smile, one that mirrored the crowd's derision yet carried its own intent. "Very well," he said. "If you are truly a disciple of the younger generation of the Crippling Night Demon Sect, you may attempt it. But heed this. This formation wields great power. Should injury befall you, no one shall aid you." In that instant, the stage was set. A lone figure, bold and unyielding, faced a formation of immense might, while eyes of envy, hope, and fear bore down upon him. Chu Feng's challenge had begun, and the winds of destiny whispered that this day would be remembered for ages to come. The wind howled across the ancient Crippling Night Demon Sect palace, carrying whispers of an impossible feat yet to unfold. Legends spoke of the demon sealing sword, a weapon bound by layers of immense power, unyielding and deadly to all but the strongest cultivators. And now a young man approached, unfazed, untouchable, walking as if the world's fury could not reach him. "Lord Protector, there is no need to trouble yourself over me," Chu Feng said, his lips curling into a faint, calm smile. He neither bowed nor spoke words of respect to You Mingdeng. With broad, unwavering strides, he moved straight toward the formation. A formation so intricate that even the sect's most seasoned disciples feared it. At first, many watching dismissed him as a fool. How could one man possibly traverse such a fortress of spiritual energy? Yet as Chu Feng crossed the 10th layer, then the 9th, 8th, and 7th, a ripple of disbelief surged through the crowd. Murmurs of astonishment replaced laughter. What is happening? How can he move through so many layers without faltering? Gasps spread like wildfire. Even You Mingdeng, Shui Shiyue, and Fu Liansheng, the revered three protectors, felt their hearts tighten. They had meticulously crafted this formation, embedding every lethal trick, every binding seal, every layer of crushing spiritual pressure. And still, this nameless youth strode forward as if treading familiar ground. Xianxia and his disciples, trapped and trembling at the 5th layer, were powerless in comparison. How could this young man defy the impossible so casually? Layer after layer, Chu Feng moved, unflinching, unfaltering. The 6th layer, the 5th, even the 4th, layers that barred entry to the Protector's own disciples, yielded before him. The onlookers felt their blood run cold, a chill climbing their spines as reality defied reason. "Heavens above! How can this be?" whispered a voice, trembling. "He hasn't even broken a sweat, and he's at the 4th layer." And then, as if to punctuate the impossibility of it all, Chu Feng halted at the threshold of the 4th layer. His eyes glimmered with teasing arrogance. "Lord Protector, is this the formation meant to select the new sect head?" "I must say, I am somewhat disappointed," he said lightly, a mocking edge lacing his tone. You Mingdeng's face contorted with fury. Teeth clenched, fists trembling, he was rendered speechless by the sheer audacity of the boy before him. Impossible! There is no way he reached the 4th layer! Something must have gone wrong with the formation! You Tonghan roared, unable to endure the humiliation of his master. With resolve burning in his eyes, You Tonghan charged. He plunged into the 5th layer, only to be met by a force so fierce it tore him from the ground. A cry of agony escaped his lips, and in an instant he was flung back, rendered unconscious by the overwhelming pressure. "Haner!" You Mingdeng's voice cracked, panic flashing in his eyes. The boy's display had confirmed a terrifying truth. The formation had not weakened. It was still as potent as legend claimed. Yet here stood Chu Feng, defying it with nothing but his own strength. The crowd's fear turned to awe. Whispers rippled through the assembly. Who is he? How have we never heard of such a monster in the Crippling Night Demon Sect? Chu Feng sighed faintly, pitying the rashness of You Tonghan. Though the young man had acted recklessly, Chu Feng knew he could not fault him entirely. After all, Chu Feng had provoked Yu Mingdang intentionally. And yet, the boy's sacrifice merely underscored the danger that surrounded him. With a subtle chuckle, Chu Feng's gaze returned to Yu Mingdang. Lord Protector. It seems this position of substitute sect head may need reconsideration, he said, his tone calm yet brimming with challenge. Then, without hesitation, he continued his march. Layer by layer, he passed through the third, second, and finally the first layer, leaving onlookers rooted in shock. Even Shui Shiwei and Fu Liansheng stared, eyes wide with disbelief. Pausing, he turned his gaze to the remaining protectors. Lord Protectors, the sect head declared that whoever draws the demon sealing sword shall become the head of the Crippling Night Demon Sect, correct? A tense silence fell. Shui Shiwei and Yu Mingdang exchanged a glance but offered no words. Fu Liansheng, however, allowed a faint smile to form. That is true. Regardless of who it is, pulling the sword grants them the title of sect head. Chu Feng's eyes glinted. Then if someone becomes sect head, the three of you will follow their command? Of course, Fu Liansheng replied, nodding solemnly. The sect head is master of the sect. None may disobey. A low, confident laugh escaped Chu Feng. Then I shall not settle for substitute head. Only the sect head shall suffice. His gaze flicked toward the infamous demon sealing sword, dark and foreboding, resting at the center of the formation. You dare? Even we, the four protectors, could not draw the sword. Do you think you can? Shui Shui's voice cut sharp as a blade, mocking his audacity. You will advise, but it is I who decides. Chu Feng retorted, a sneer curling his lips. He stepped forward and pressed his palm against the blade. In that instant, a cataclysm of energy erupted. Layer upon layer of ancient auras surged outward, rolling like a tempest. The sword's presence was no longer dormant. It awakened, a sentient eye surveying the world. Shockwaves tore through the palace, forcing disciples to retreat, rattling the very stones beneath them. The crowd gasped. Fear and awe mingled in the air. He truly dares to draw the demon sealing sword. How audacious, whispered one disciple, pale with terror. A subtle grin crossed Chu Feng's face. So be it. Let me be your master, he murmured, gripping the hilt. With a ferocious motion, the earth itself trembled. The pitch-black blade, bound for centuries, tore free from its seal and rose into his hand, its power roaring like a caged beast now unbound. The palace shuddered. The demon sealing sword, ancient and sentient, had finally been claimed. And in that moment, the name of Chu Feng became a storm that would shake the very foundations of the Crippling Night Demon Sect.